This couple went on change of heart.
He looks at it as consensual cheating.
Well, yeah. It's a way where we won't be able to get mad at each other if something, did happen.
After something did happen on both blind dates.
It was time to go to bed.
Did she sleep on the couch?
No.
I slept in the same bed with her. We kind of fall asleep scratching each other's back.
And they've had a chance to sleep on it.
I had to work the next day, so we got up about 11.
I called in sick to work, actually.
Will they have a change of heart?
I'm Chris Jagger. Welcome to Change of Heart. This is the show where couples who've reached a crossroads in their relationship voluntarily go on one blind date with someone new. We're going to meet them later. First, though, let's meet our couple. Now, they first became close friends working together at the local supermarket. Yes, he stacked the groceries on the shelf and she bagged them on the way out. But faster than a cleanup on aisle 4, their friendship has turned into a 6-month romance. Please welcome Dustin Steele and Christina Schwartz. Welcome to the show. Now, your relationship, I guess, hasn't been top shelf as of lately, and that's why you're here. Christina, let me start with you, though. Do you make it a habit of dating your coworkers?
Definitely not. I never date coworkers. I don't like to do it because it's just not, it's a rule that I have. But Dustin is so sexy. Look at his eyes. He's so cute. So I had to break the rule.
So Dustin was the big exception. Now, Dustin, do you think Christina compliments you well?
Oh, yeah, she is so beautiful. I mean, I always get compliments from my friends.
Yeah.
And, but not only that, she's very intelligent. She helps me with my homework. She motivates me to go to school, and that's a big thing. I have problems doing that, but...
That's nice. A little help with the homework.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Now, Christina, once you started dating Dustin, you learned a little bit about him. Did you find out some weird habits or anything?
Okay, Dustin has this habit of shaving. He doesn't shave his legs. He doesn't shave his legs or his armpits or anything like that. He shaves his privates. He does. He stands in front of me and he looks like a 12-year-old.
Understand where that might bother you a little bit, maybe. Now, you do this all the time, Dustin?
Yeah, about every 3 or 4 days until it gets stubbly, Gotta keep it clean.
Okay. Now, what about Christina? Anything that she does that you disapprove of, Dustin?
Oh, yeah. She smokes when she eats. And I mean, like on her breaks at work, she'll have a sandwich, she'll bite her sandwich, take a hit of her cigarette.
That's because I have 10 minutes. I have 10 minutes to eat, smoke, and drink.
You make a choice. You do one or the other. You don't do it the same.
So I have to smoke and eat and drink all at the same time.
Yeah, but she'll chew, swallow, and then exhale.
That can be a little
sick can you get?
Christina, what kind of hobbies does Dustin have to keep himself busy?
Dustin collects guns. I think it's psychotic.
It's not
he
psychotic.
loves guns.
What's wrong with it?
For Christmas, I go, Dustin, I want to get you something nice for Christmas, What do you want? Can you give me some, can you put money down on my new gun for me, please? I'm like, money down on your new gun?
That's what I wanted.
That's what he wanted. He wanted me to help him.
Well, people collect things, and guns happen to be one of the things that you collect.
It's an amendment, right?
What about when you're out with Christina? Do you ever get embarrassed in public?
Yeah, she has a truck driver mouth.
I do not.
Yeah. She should have an 18-wheeler parked at her house.
I do not cuss that much.
Oh, my God.
I watch myself when it's appropriate, but it's a good way of expressing
but why, when you're in public,
myself.
why is that embarrassing? Everybody swears a little bit.
No, I mean, she'll push it to the, she will say the worst possible thing she could say about the person, and, it shocks me, and it shocks the people around her.
It's a good way of expressing yourself.
Christina, earlier we heard that you're a college student, so tell us what Dustin does on those nights that you're at home studying.
Okay, when I'm studying, Dustin has a habit of going with his friends to the strip clubs.
Well, the good news is he's out of your way so you can study.
Okay, but that's not the worst part. Like, if I happen to stay at his house and I wake up, there'll be strippers passed out all over the couch. Like 3 or 4.
She's just jealous. She's just jealous that I have friends.
Yeah, I'm jealous because he goes out go see naked women. When
most people just go see them, they don't bring them home.
Well, they're my friends, too, They have the nightlife, they'll come out, they like to drink late, and that's my
now
life.
When she's not studying, you two are together, do you go out much?
Well, we try to, but I really can't take her anywhere because she's too young. I mean, she's underage to drink, and that's my thing. I like to go out with my buddies and have a beer.
But I'm not too young to go to the movies, to go out to dinner. No, he just wants to go to the bar.
Yeah, there's other things. All right, Dustin, before we go to a break, tell us what you hope to learn from being here today and going out on these blind dates.
Well, we've been together for about 6 months, and I just thought it'd be a good chance for us to be able to go out, meet other people.
He looks at it as consensual cheating.
Well, yeah. It's a way where we won't be able to get mad at each other if something, did happen.
That's true. You both had permission to come on and do this, and so we'll see what happens from there. Okay. Obviously, now Dustin and Christina have some obstacles to overcome in this relationship. When we come back, we're going to meet those people that they dated, and we'll find out if they'll end up staying together or having a change of heart. Stay here. Here with Dustin and Christina. Now, Dustin complains that he can't take Christina out to clubs because she's underage, and when he does take her out, her foul mouth and smoking habits really turn him off. So we turned him on to a sexy woman who's much more in tune with Dustin's needs. Yes, please welcome Harmony Rivas. Hello, Harmony. Welcome. And Dustin. Christina, let me start with Christina. Do you think Dustin and Harmony made some music together?
She's kind of short for him. I mean, I'm tall and she's short.
Okay. Dustin, more importantly, your first thoughts when you met Harmony?
Well, she was 2 hours late for our date, so I was kind of angry at her, but when she did show up, I looked into those eyes and just saw her, and I forgot everything else.
And so for 2 hours, Harmony, is he just sitting around waiting for you or what?
Yeah, he was sitting around. He had some friends over. So I walked into the room.
He always has friends over.
Oh. I walked into the room and there were just all these great looking men. So yeah, he was waiting for me.
Oh,
And of all these great looking men, you ended up with Dustin. Was he the cutest one there?
Oh yeah. He was definitely the most attractive.
So you're off to a good start then. Harmony, one of the things that Christina talked about earlier was the fact that Dustin is a gun collector. Did they whip out a pistol or anything? All right. Oh, he collects guns. Did you get to see one?
Oh yeah, he showed me his gun.
And we won't even ask if he was shooting blanks. That's okay. So you got to see one of the guns?
Right, I got to see his rifle and a .24 caliber. And I love guns. I grew up around them.
She's as psychotic as he is.
So Dustin, now here you are. You got a blind date going here. Would you guys just hang out and play with guns or what?
Well, no. We decided to have a romantic picnic up in the mountains.
You went to the what mountains?
Just up the street,
Up the street. Some mountain. Okay, so you're up in the mountains. And Harmony, was this a fun thing that he had planned?
It was incredible. It was so beautiful. There was a little waterfall. It was beautiful, and we had a lot of conversation. It just happened. We just clicked right away. So, and we're both part Native American, so we had a lot to talk about. We talked about
romantic.
our
Yes,
heritage
it is.
and things like that.
Common ancestry, sure.
Yeah.
All right, and so Harmony, there you were, nice
talk to me
romantic setting,
about
good
them.
conversation. Then what?
Well, we finished off our bottle of wine, and then we went back to his house. So, he took me back to his house so we could get ready for our dinner date.
And of course, Dustin, you provided a suitable changing area for Harmony, didn't you?
Yeah, I let her change in my room. And
Not in the bathroom, in your room.
yeah, in my room.
Were you in the room?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to go. Not while she was changed. I went in to go check on her and make sure.
I was almost changed.
Yeah, she was almost changed. And I went in, and when I went in there, just looking at her eyes, I just had to pull her in for a kiss.
Her eyes. I'm sure he was looking at her eyes.
Yeah,
And where'd you go after the kiss? You didn't hear that part.
We went to dinner afterwards, after the kiss, and we went to a nice dinner. And she has this thing about eating steak and ribs. It's like an aphrodisiac for her.
Oh, she likes meat.
Was she puffing away and smoking while she was
you know what? She was very ladylike. While she was eating her meat, though.
I'm not ladylike?
No, not with the truck driver
What?
attitude.
I am ladylike.
Oh, okay.
What were you saying, Dustin, while she was eating what?
While she was eating, I just stopped eating and was watching her. I mean, she just had this look on her face. I mean, I was blushing. I mean, it just made me so hot. I mean, I was just, I just can't, you know? I mean.
All right, so Dustin, after all this chowing down that you guys did, were you too stuffed to go out afterwards?
No. We decided to have a couple more cocktails. We went to this arcade where it's, 21 and over, someplace Christina normally couldn't go. And there you're allowed to have cocktails and play video games and...
All right, so then the video games are done. You had a good time there. Then where, Harmony?
We went back to his place.
And Dustin, back to the gun collection when you got there?
No, actually, it was getting pretty late, so we decided it was time to go to bed. And,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And how did that work?
You decided it was time to go to bed?
Well, we were tired. I mean...
Where did she sleep on the couch?
No.
Dustin, did you sleep like an angel that night?
Well, actually, you know what? I didn't. I'm a very light sleeper, and Harmony did snore.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And that's like a really big thing
I
with
don't
me.
snore.
No,
It wasn't that loud.
All right, Harmony, what
enough
time
to
did the
wake
date
me
end,
up.
finally?
Well, regretfully, I had to work the next day, so we got up about 11, and I had to head home. So, but I would have spent the whole entire next day with Dustin.
You
It was
would
great.
have. Okay, well, it was quite a date as it turns out anyway. So we're hot ribs, hot shots at the arcade, and hot kisses all night long, enough to give Dustin a change of heart. We're going to find that out later, but next we'll meet the man that Christina dated, and we'll hear all about that date, so stay here. On Dustin's date with Harmony, and now we're going to meet the man that Christina dated. Christina paints a pretty scary picture of Dustin. She describes him as an overzealous gun collector who hangs out with strippers and is hairless from the neck down. So we set her up with a more down-to-earth kind of guy whose idea of romance isn't a six-shooter or $6 in a girl's G-string. Please welcome Enzo Morales. You know Christina? All right. Dustin, do you think Enzo's more of a romantic kind of guy than you are?
I don't see anything that makes him too special.
All right, Christina, it's a blind date, so I'm thinking you might be a little bit nervous while you're waiting for Enzo to come pick you up.
I was really nervous because I didn't know what to expect, and I've never been on a blind date before. But when I open the door, and I see this stud with flowers.
Oh, come on.
I was very excited.
Would you pick him up on the way on the freeway or what?
Enzo, when you met Christina, do you remember what you said?
I remember what I was gonna say, and I got to the door and she opened it, and I just see this 5'11", drop-dead gorgeous beauty queen, and I was completely speechless. So I just proceeded to say hello, and my name was Enzo, and it kind of went from there.
All right, so what'd you have in store for the date? Let's talk about that.
It was kind of funny because I thought I'd play a little joke on her. Humor is really important to me, so I told her we had this little reservations at a little hole-in-the-wall place at somewhere in LA. A guy named Guido owned it, sawdust on the floor. Polka band was going to be playing around 9:30, and I could tell she was somewhat disappointed, although she was trying to pretend. But later on, we showed up at the place where I actually designated, and it was this very romantic, high-end club out in Beverly Hills, and it was just beautiful.
Dustin, have you ever taken her out to Beverly Hills in a romantic place like that?
No, there's no way I could get her in anywhere like that, you know? I mean, well, where am I going to take her, you know? But
Yeah, exactly.
Enzo, did you just get some dinner at the restaurant or what?
Well, I'll tell you, it's like I had this girl sitting by my side, and the entire night I'm just trying to resist touching her because I'm trying to be respectful. But then I thought I'd just take things into my own hands, and I ordered dinner. We ordered dinner, and between the salad and the main course, I thought I'd lean over for a little kiss. And
oh, really?
Yeah, it worked out really well. It actually worked out really well.
Christina, let's hear your version of how this kiss happened.
Well, the music was rather loud, and he goes, "Come here, I want to tell you a secret." And I
Oh,
was
that's
like,
very slick.
Okay.
That was like
And
junior
then he
high
just
right
laid
there.
it on me, and I was like, yes.
Enzo, just real quick, because Dustin has a couple of weird things that's going on with him, the gun collection and shaving down below. Anything with you?
Well, I definitely don't do any gun collecting. And as for the shaving, man, I like to leave that for the girls. I'm sorry. I
wouldn't trust you with the raise around you.
Christina, any more jokes planned by Enzo for the night?
No, there wasn't any more jokes, but the band was playing swing music, and he happens to be a really good swing dancer. And so he insisted that we danced, and he took me in his arms, and we danced. Yeah. It was so romantic.
Christina, who's the better dancer between the two guys? Enzo.
Dustin, he doesn't dance. He stands there and he bobs his head.
Dustin, no rhythm. Come on.
Oh, come on now.
You do?
Oh, at least I'm not a bouncer.
Now let me ask Enzo this, because earlier Dustin was complaining about Christina's foul mouth and he's embarrassed to be out in public. Did you have that problem?
Very simply, he must bring out the worst in her and the best when she's around me. When she's around me, I heard nothing but just good things come out of her mouth, and if something was said, I obviously didn't hear it.
All right, so Christina, dinner, swing dancing, long night. Did you get tired after all of that?
Yeah, I was a little bit tired, so we were gonna leave. And before we left, he was gonna take me through the kitchen because he knew some people in there, and it was like I was on that movie Goodfellas when you go through the kitchen, and he was all talking to everybody, and the cook gave me a cookie and that.
Goodfellas. Enzo, you were not whacking anybody afterwards, were you?
No, that wasn't my plan. As soon as I figured that we were going to be leaving, we took the drive to her house, and we went back to her little house, and we kind of sat around and talked and stuff, and it was getting really late. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and so we decided, to finish it off. So we went to bed.
And Christina, how are you feeling at this point?
I have never had a date like this. It was so perfect and so romantic. So I didn't want it to end. So I was like, go ahead.
All right, and Enzo, Okay, Enzo, what time did you get out of there?
Around 12 the next day.
Noon the next day.
You know what? Real quick. I wanted to stay there just because I was tired, and at 8 o'clock I kind of woke up, and very quickly she kind of grabbed onto me, and she's like, I want you to stay longer, which I thought that was the sweetest thing.
It sounds like Enzo's got a lot of the qualities that you're looking for in a guy.
Except for Enzo doesn't have any tattoos. And I like tattoos a lot.
I see.
I'm very attracted. And Dustin has a really sexy tattoo on his arm that I like a lot.
Yeah. Now, Harmony had to leave Dustin to go to work the next day. Did you have to do the same thing, Christina?
I called in sick to work, actually.
So, there's the difference. All right, sounds like two pretty incredible dates here. One last question. Will Dustin and Christina stay together or have a change of heart? During the break, they'll make that decision. Don't go away because you want to know what they decided. We'll find out next. A big moment of truth, because during the break, Dustin and Christina each made a final decision about the future of their relationship, and there's no turning back now. Will they stay together, or have they had a change of heart? That's what we're going to find out. Now, you came on the show because you wanted to test the relationship, because you could do it outside the relationship one time and see what happens. So, Dustin, we're going to start with you. Now, you said you wanted to go hang out with somebody that wasn't going to be cursing like a sailor, didn't smoke and eat at the same time, and maybe somebody a little older so they could get into the clubs with you. So we hooked you up with Harmony. You guys had a romantic picnic up in the mountain. She liked the gun collection. You had a little seductive meal. You went to the arcade and had a good time there. And she spent the night. Snored a little bit, but that's okay. Dustin, it's your decision. What do you say?
Well, Harmony, we had a great time. I loved the dinner we had. I mean, your right age is perfect. I mean, I love going out with you. Christina, we've been together 6 months. Seems we still have a lot of issues to go through, so I have to say change of heart.
Change of heart. Okay. Harmony, does that work for you? Harmony's okay with that? All right, Dustin. Now, Christina, it's your decision. You said you wanted to date a guy that wasn't going to spend a whole lot of time at strip clubs like Dustin did. Somebody that looked like a 12-year-old from the waist down. Somebody that wasn't obsessed with their gun collection. So there you were with Enzo. You guys had a romantic dinner at the restaurant. You went swing dancing and had a really good time. And the two of you spent the little sleepover time together yourself. Christina, Dustin wants a change of heart. It's your decision. What do you say?
Okay. Well, Enzo, we had a very nice time, and I really enjoyed going out with you. And Dustin, we've been together for a while. We have problems. I think you've brought home one too many strippers. I'm going to have a change.
Change of heart. Okay, and Enzo, that works for you?
I'll tell you, It's a good crowd.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have an appointment at the tattoo parlor down the street.
All right, yes. Well, way to go. You guys came on the show and wanted to see what would happen, and you found out you're better off in new relationships, and you're going to start 2 new ones here, so way to go. That is our show for today. Good luck to Dustin and Harmony, also to Christina and Enzo. We'll see you next time on Change of Heart.